Okay, there we are. Back at camp. Anything else? Anyone else have something to say? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's end the day. Simply because there might be challenges down there that require spell slots. Yeah, let's rest. And, I would like to be prepared.
Zahira, Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult. And if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and...
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsc and Boo greet cheek with hand.
I'm gonna wait this out.
This mess falls on our heads, Minsc. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just pouring myself a cup of tea real quick. Okay, there we go. Persuasion. You're the only one Minsc listens to, remember? Or the trail would have ended there instead of leading you to Catherick, the prism, me. Intimidation. Speaking of feelings, does Minsc know you were ready to kill the Emperor for him? Let's see. That's a +1. That's a +4 from insight proficiency. And a +9. Let's go with persuasion then. +9 for a nice 10. Let's not come. Okay, good. I was kind of tempting fate with a crit 1 there. So good thing that didn't happen.
You mean the doppelgangers? It is no comfort to me that my face made this fool all the easier to lead. The point remains. You meant well, Minsc. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsc falls short of the understanding, Zahira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Waclaren?
Wiclaren? Minsc, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees you're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsc, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsc does as Minsc does, and charges in to make a mess, Zahira does as Zahira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
Oh, that's actually kind of sweet. I suppose there is some twisted logic at play here. So what you're saying is you've learned absolutely nothing. I don't care what you call yourselves. I just need you both focused on the fight ahead. And that's actually kind of sweet.
Oh, I fight alongside fools.
You hear that, Boo? We fight alongside a Waclaren again.
I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
Okay. Let's take a look outside, see if anybody has something to say. I mean, what do you have to say in general?
Fine lodgings you have found, my friend. Boo is already in negotiations with the guardian spirits of this place. In Baldur's Gate, they are likely to be rat-formed and eager to charge rent. But Boo shall secure safe slumber for all.
Thank you, Boo.
Now, what do you need of Minsc?
Do you remember why you were meeting with the Centaurim?
So dark an alliance sealed with Sentish contracts, cultish vows, and a dragon's shining horde. You think Minsc could forget? You are correct. I have no idea what any of that was about. But we shall simply... Boo! Why do you gnaw at my soft parts? I am trying to... Once again, in smaller words? I see. This truth you seek. Boo believes that Minsc is knowing more than Minsc knows. But it is a difficult thing. There are memories of this time that Minsc does not remember. And Boo suggests that, just as he helps with tricksome itches in awkward places, you must reach what Minsc cannot. The parasite. You can use it to tickle free whatever truth you seek.
Or I could just crack you over the head, see what shakes loose. You sound reluctant. Let's reach out.
At first, there is nothing. His mind is empty as a still expanse of open country. But then... your face, the Stone Lord's face, mirrored in bloodied steel. In the heat of burning buildings, you hold your blade high above pale, frightened faces.
No, that is not right. I slew only monsters. The voice said that they were monsters.
A whisper. The Absolute's voice, twisting the petty guild thieves before you into snarling, savage beasts, feeding on the weak of your city.
The guild. The Stone Lord hunted them, peeled away their rotten ranks one by one to lay bare their corrupt heart. 9 fingers keen. That is what the Absolute bought Black Zentis Steel to do. To kill the Guildmaster.
From what I saw, you took great pleasure in your work. So the Centaurim overthrow the guild. What then? What do the cult get? We had better get to the guild hall before the battle is done. So the Centaurim overthrow the guild. What then? What do the cult get?
What does it matter? Cultish thinking has occupied Minsc's mind for long enough. Now is time for doing. And this talk of evil overthrowing evil, pah! Like a many-headed hydra biting at its own throat. Bring forth the hydra, says Boo. More faces for the punching. First we pop the Centaurim plot. Then we show 9 fingers, the 5 fingers of Minsc. Yes?
As simple as that. 9 fingers did put a bounty on your head. You're doing it again, charging him without listening. Did you forget what Jaheira told you? As simple as that.
Yes? Yes.
Okay, we'll see if that's true. Do you have anything else to say? Because there were some other things I didn't click.
A little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventuring.
You're quite quick to call me friend. I'd like to know a little more about you. When our minds mingled, I saw some strange things. Or follow me. Okay. You're quite quick to call me friend?
Of course, my friend. Or are we not friends?
Of course we're friends, friend. Yeah, of course we're friends.
And you have a sword at your side and a hamster at hand, whenever you need them.
That's always good to hear.
Unless I die, or you die, or you do anything at all to upset Boo. Now, does Boo see a question in your eye, or just a parasite poking through?
Answer me honestly, what's with the hamster? No questions, just a warning. Turn on me again. No, I'm not doing that. Answer me honestly, what's with the hamster?
Well, Boo, explain yourself. Clear enough?
maybe if I had activated the speaking with animals potion or something, we could understand something here. Does the hamster actually speak to you?
There is nothing jestful in the bond between a ranger and his companion. Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rashomon. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. He told me that I had felt the great poking finger of justice, marking Minsc as its champion and Boo as my guide. As for the headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle.
So you're a paladin of justice? You lost your mind and gained a rat, understood? Maybe someday you'll trust me enough to tell me the real tale. So you're a paladin of justice?
Do not be ridiculous. If any of us is chosen by the gods, it is obviously Boo. Now, shall we away? My boots crave the crunch of unvirtuous nethers.
Okay, I'd like to know a little more about you.
There is more than a little to know, I think. I am huge.
Tell me about Rashomon.
Oh, my friend. There is much more to know of Minsc's homeland than he could ever put into words. Boo might fare better, but his home is far stranger again. Well, in many ways, it is the very opposite of this city. The far side of Faerun, with empty plains, white forests, and peaks that pierce the very belly of the sky. But it is like the city too. Here, it is loud with the daily wailing of people. In Rashomon, it is also loud, if you know where to listen. The Telthors, guardian spirits of every root, rock, and tree. Here in the Sleeping Lands they are silent, but in the far north, they know how to speak still.
It sounds like an amazing place. Why did you ever leave? So plants and trees speak to you like your hamster. Why do you call this the Sleeping Lands? Why do you call this the Sleeping Lands?
Because it is slow and stupid and sleeping. Boo says Minsc should phrase this in a kinder fashion. Telthors are the living soul of the land. They flit about, offering petty blessings to those who show respect, or playing tricks on those who do not. This is so in Rashomon, but not beyond her borders. Here the spirits sleep, and perhaps we ought to be glad of this. In Rashomon, a Telthor is wind and snow and soil. In Baldur's Gate, it would be stink and stain and a far less pleasant type of soil. If my meaning is not clear, just check under your boot.
It sounds like an interesting place. Why did you leave?
The first time, my Dajema, a warrior's quest of proving. Minsc quickly proved that quests do not always go as the stories say. After wandering a ways and some savings of the Sword Coast, Minsc returned to Rashomon to find a welcome fit for hamsters and heroes. The Iron Lord himself came to bear witness to Boo. Minsc of Rashomon, said he, your Dajema is done. Minsc politely disagreed. Dinah here was dead, and so his Dajema could never be done. Then swear your service to me, Minsc of Rashomon, said he. Serve your land as your lord's chosen champion. Minsc politely disagreed. It was a little awkward, but he had already sworn his service to Boo. Minsc of Rashomon, said he. You insult your Iron Lord. We will settle this matter in the circle of combat. It was only polite for Minsc to agree. After they carried the Iron Lord away, the Council of Witches gave Minsc a pack of provisions and said it would be best if he continued his adventures for a time. Yes, Boo, that was before we were stone. Perhaps we are due a little homecoming when all of this is done, no?
Okay, I'm already a big fan of this guy. I really like this guy already. Okay, you know what? I don't really have enough time to actually really get into the quest in the Worms prison or whatever it's called. So I'm quickly gonna tell Gale to stay home, and I'm gonna level Minsc up to our level so he's ready whenever we want him on our team. And then I'm gonna have to stop the recording.
What's on your mind?
I need you to remain in camp for a while, rather than on the road with me.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it.
Thank you for your understanding. Yep.
I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
Don't worry, Gale. You're still one of the mainstays. Like, I really like having Gale on my team, but, you know, he's the one to swap out, not Will and not Karlak. Okay, Minsc.
You will grow to like Jahira's incense in time. Like chewing herbs and soap, yes?
Alright, I saw some strange things. Let's do that as well.
Oh? The mind of Minsc is a simple place. Of what strangeness do you speak?
The memories resurface. A lifetime of battles blurring into one. A single constant is Minsc, launching into the fray no matter the foe, be they god, monster, or man. It seems just the barest glimpse of what the man before you has seen and done, but enough to know that he has no right to still be alive.
Ah, wait! That look in your eye. I know exactly what visions of Minsc you have seen to cause you such wonder. My pants. Thrice laced, in the Rashomar style, so that a berserker might split skulls without fear of splitting breeches, too. They are fiendishly complex, but fear not for Minsc. With training, he has learned to master the many little knots.
Never mind your pants, you've walked between planes, fought gods. Right, funny how they never made space for any of that in the songs. You're literally too dumb to be breathing. I'm not gonna say that to Minsc. I'm never gonna say that to him, okay? Yeah, I wanna know about that.
Well, as have you, no? Do not forget that when you gaze into Minsc, Minsc also gazes into you. We both fight evil, wherever it is found. The who and where are less important than the hamsters you meet along the way. On this matter of sharing memories, I see no reason for us to worry at one another's worms. If there is more we wish to know, we can simply ask, no?
I'm sorry I didn't realize you were uncomfortable with our new power. Of course, a warrior speaks their mind instead of reading others. Don't shy away from the tadpole, it's a useful way to know someone's true thoughts. Of course.
Exactly so. If I must peer into the mind of my enemy, I use an axe. For friends, there is ale. No, my friend. If you fear you have a question that Minsc cannot answer, then you can simply ask Boo.
Okay, follow me.
Minsc shall be your shadow, as Boo is his.
Okay, let's see what a ranger does. You can level up now. Now let's see, what are rangers all about? There we go, level 2. More health. Class feature. Spell slots immediately, okay. I clearly don't really understand rangers, I guess. Gain the passive fighting style. Okay. What do we get here? Oh, those look different. Animal friendship. Convince a beast not to attack you for 10 turns. Seems situational. Ensnaring strike ranged. Your attack summons thorny vines that possibly ensnare your target. I mean, cure wound, we know that one. Fog cloud. Blinds and heavily obscures creatures within it. Goldberry, that's for healing. Okay, that could be useful. Hail of thorns. Weapon damage. The thorns deal weapon damage to the target and then explode. The explosion deals an additional 1 to 10 piercing damage to the target and surrounding creatures. On miss, thorns still explode. On save, target still takes half damage from the explosion. Hunter's Mark. Right, mark a creature as your quarry to deal an additional 1 to 6 whenever you hit it with a ranged weapon. Enhanced Leap. Triple a creature's jumping distance. Long Strider, increase a creature's movement speed by 3 meters. Speak with animals. I'll give you Hail of Thorns. And Ensnaring Strike, those sound very good. Fighting style, okay. Adopt a particular style of fighting as your specialty. Archery, you gain a +2 to ranged weapon attacks. Defense, you gain +1 bonus to armor class while wearing armor. Dueling, when you are wielding a melee weapon that is not two-handed or versatile in one hand and no weapon in the other, you deal an additional 2 damage with that weapon. You can carry a shield in your free hand and still gain the bonus. Two weapon fighting. When you make an attack with your offhand weapon, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the attack. Let's go with archery for now. We have Karlak for really close combat, so having you stay a little bit back, maybe ensnare people with the ensnaring stuff. That seems good to me, so I'm gonna stick with archery for now. Chosen subclass, Hunter. Okay, plenty of stuff. Let me take a look. Okay, oh, those are probably... We'll take a look at that in here. I'm sure it's going to have more information or more health. Spell slot, gain a spell, gain the passive Hunter's Prey. Can we... Ah, okay, I see. We can choose that later and replace the spell. Spells. You know what? Some healing can't hurt. Subclass, okay. Beastmaster. You foster an intelligent bond with a powerful beast that can aid you in and out of combat. Actions, Ranger's Companion. Gain a beast companion that accompanies you on your adventures and fights alongside you. Gloomstalker. Emerging like a horrible gift from the envelope of darkness and shadow, you ambush and put down your foes before they can even scream. Subclass features. Dread Ambusher. You specialize in taking out foes swiftly and ruthlessly. You gain a +3 bonus to initiative. On the first turn of combat, your movement speed increases by 3 meters, and you can make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 of damage. Superior Dark Vision. Actions, Dread Ambusher, Hide. Hide from enemies by succeeding stealth checks. Stick to the dark and avoid enemy sightlines. Attacking or casting a spell will reveal your location. Umbral Shroud. Wrap yourself in shadows to become invisible if you are obscured. Invisibility ends early if you attack, cast another spell, etc. Okay, and we gain the Disguise Self spell. That already sounds pretty cool. I like that one. And Hunter. You seek the most dangerous prey in Faerun. From ancient dragons to massive hordes of undead, and excel at slaying them all. Gain the passive Hunter's Prey. What's the... Ah, okay. Colossus Slayer. Once per turn, your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d8 damage if the target is below its hit point maximum. Oh. So just damaged targets get dealt more damage? Yeah, your weapon attack deals an extra 1d8 damage if the target is below its hit point maximum. That sounds incredible. Giant Killer. If a large or bigger creature attacks you, you can use your reaction to make a melee attack. Prerequisite, you must be able to see the creature and it must be within 1.5 meters of you. Hordebreaker. Target 2 creatures standing close to each other, attacking them in quick succession. You know what? And it doesn't specify that it has to be a large enemy, right? I think that just sounds good. I'll take that. And I'm gonna stick with Hunter. That sounds very good. You know what? It's nice and simple. It's nice and simple. A passive upgrade. What do we want to change out? Do I want to change them out? Not really. Oh no, actually maybe. Hunter's Mark. You know what, I'm gonna stick with what I have. I'm sure we'll get better stuff as we move along. Level 4, more health, replace spell, new feat available, okay. We don't have anything new, okay. New feat. Let's go with alert, I guess. I mean, that's always good to have. Just, we can't be surprised and we have great initiative. Let's go with that. Level 5. Health. Class feature, gain the spell. Level 1 spell slot. Level 2 spell slot. Extra attack, can make an additional free attack after making an unarmed or weapon attack. If you gain the extra attack feature from more than one class, they won't add together. Okay, that's fair. That would be overpowered. Okay, what do we have here? That's Barkskin. Increase its armor class. Okay, dark vision, we don't need that. Lesser restoration. Pass without trace. Protection from poison. Silence. Spike growth. Let's go with spike growth. Sure, why not? Change out. What do we change out? I guess we change out the good berry. Like it sounds nice and wholesome and all that, but like come on. Or do we I mean, maybe silence could be good if we have spellcasters against us. Yeah, sure, whatever. That's fine. Level 6. Favored enemy. And Natural Explorer and replace spell. Favored enemy. Studying the tactics and abilities of a certain creature has granted you a set of abilities that is useful in a variety of situations. Bounty Hunter, you gain proficiency in investigation. Creatures you hit with ensnaring strike, either ranged or melee, have disadvantage on their saving throws. Keeper of the Veil, you specialize in hunting creatures from other planes of existence. You gain proficiency in Arcana and can cast protection from good and evil. Magebreaker, you have a history of battling spellcasters. You gain proficiency in Arcana and can cast True Strike. Ranger Knight, you have sworn to serve a crown or nation and seek to bring its foes to ruin. Gain skill proficiency in history and armor proficiency with heavy armor. Oh, so that way we could put the heavy armor on Minsc. Sanctified Stalker, you swore to hunt the enemies of a holy or druidic order. You gain proficiency in religion and can cast Sacred Flame. Wait, Sacred Flame? Based, what is that? Evocation cantrip. Is evocation like... What stat does it use? That's my question. Because if it's intelligence, then Minsc is not gonna do too well. To be honest, gain proficiency with heavy armor sounds good. Natural Explorer. Beast Tamer, Urban Tracker. An expert at navigating the wild within the city. You gain proficiency in Sleight of Hand. Wasteland Wanderer Cold. You have spent endless days surviving desolate tundras. You gain resistance to cold damage. Okay, you have spent endless days surviving forbidding deserts. You gain resistance to fire damage. And a poison. You have spent endless days surviving fetid swamps. You gain resistance to poison damage. What do enemies use the most? Maybe poison? I don't know. It's gonna be good to have either way. I guess I'll keep those. I think I'm fine that way. It's really gonna matter later on anyways. Okay, new spell slot. It's a level 2 spell slot. Gain the spell, gain the passive. We'll take a look at that and replace spells. So spells, what do we want here? Let's cure a creature from disease, poison, paralysis, or blindness now. That's 1d8 plus 2, and that's like 4d4s. I think I'm just gonna get the good berry back for now. Defensive tactics. Faced with enemies that can instill dread, attack in frenzied bursts, and swarm in great numbers, rangers inevitably develop cunning methods of defense. Escape the horde. Opportunity attacks against you have disadvantage. Steel Will. Your unshakable resolve grants you advantage on saving throws against being frightened. Multi-attack defense. When an enemy attacks you, they have a -4 penalty to additional attack rolls against you until the start of their next turn. Oh, all of those are good. Frightened doesn't happen that often, but when it happens, it's really annoying. Multi-attacks can really stack up too. I think one of the two. Multi-attack. I think we're fine with the spells we have, yes. There we go. Level 8. A class feature. Lance Stride, difficult terrain. You have become an expert at moving through the wilderness. Difficult terrain no longer slows you down. Replace spell and a new feat is available. Okay. What is another one? Skilled proficiency? No. Can we get some weapons master? You gain proficiency with 4 weapons of your choice. And your strength and dexterity increase by 1 to a maximum of 20. Well, that's actually pretty cool. Skills, shield master, sharpshooter, sentinel. That's also cool. Savage attacker. There's so much stuff here. Increase an ability by 1 and gain proficiency in that ability saving throw. Let's take weapons master. Let's go with dexterity. We need that more anyways. Okay, select them. What do we want here? I guess we could go for like a heavy crossbow or something. Wait, is he already? Is he already proficient with all that? Then I might look at something else. 1 second. Durable, dual wielder, defensive duelist, crossbow expert, charger, athlete. Strength or dexterity. When you are prone, standing up uses significantly less movement. Your jump distance also increases by 50%. Ability improvement. Oh, let's do that. Now let's see, that is a +3 to dexterity checks. If we put that to 19, that's a +4. Wait, is 18 already a +4? That's also a +4, okay. I don't know what the points are where it increases. It could go for strength. That's +1. That's also +1. Constitution, +2, +1. Okay, so 14 seems to be a point like that. Wisdom is +2, and now if we put it to 16, it's +3, okay. And Charisma is 11, one of those points. 0, no, it's not, okay. So I guess I'll put it in Constitution. Yeah. Level 9. Okay, so that's a spell slot, level 3 spell slot. We gain a spell and we can replace a spell. What spell do we want? What's that? Conjure Barrage. Weapons damage. Channel your weapon's essence into a destructive, widespread volley on safe targets. Sorry. Targets still take half damage. What's that? Daylight, okay. That's Lightning Arrow. Oh, that looks strong. After the arrow hits, smaller bolts snake out from the target towards nearby creatures. That sounds cool. Plant growth. Okay, you know what? Let's take that. And I think I'm gonna... Wait, do I not have... Ah, okay, so... We cannot switch it out because we just applied it? I don't know. This sometimes still kind of confuses me, but... you know, it's fine. Okay, there's an action here that I don't know. Hide in plain sight. Camouflage yourself with your environment, become invisible, and gain a +10 bonus to stealth checks as long as you stand still. Okay, seems fine. Favorite enemy. Can we just add one? Okay. What was that? Proficiency in religion, and you can cast Sacred Flame. You can cast protection from evil and good. Okay, creatures you hit with Ensnaring Strike have a disadvantage on their saving throw. That could be a cool combination, I'll take that. Do we get resistances here? Let's get a resistance to fire. Accept that. Level 11. Oh, there's more stuff going on. Class feature, level 3 spell slot, very nice. We gain a spell, we get a volley, a melee action, and whirlwind attack. Strike out at all nearby foes, making separate attack rolls against each target. Okay. Do we want barrage? Sure. I don't really want to change any of that out, I think. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, and I think that should be it, right? No, level 12? Okay. Wait, that means he's higher level than us. Okay, I'll take it. Level 3 spell slot, replace spell and a feat. Anything else we want to change out? I think I'm fine with those. What's that exactly? Protection from energy, plant growth. Yeah, I guess we're fine. And a new feat. What could we get? You gain 3 luck points, which you can use to gain advantage. Okay. What can we do here? Sharpshooter, your ranged weapon attacks do not receive penalties from high ground rules. Ranged weapon attacks with weapons you are proficient with have a -5 penalty to their attack roll, but deal an additional 10 damage. You can toggle this on or off. Tough is for every level +2 hit points. That could be good. Tavern Brawler, when you make an unarmed attack, use an improvised weapon or throw something, your strength modifiers twice. Okay. Martial Adept, Performer. There's always so much. This is always kind of overwhelming. You increase an ability by 1 to a maximum of 20 and gain proficiency in that ability's saving throw. Could be good. Or we gain proficiency maybe? Let's see. Sleight of hand, religion, performance, medicine, intimidation, insight, deception. Well, he's probably not going to be the conversationalist, I guess, but well, actually he's got some good stuff here. You know what, let's go for tough and accept that. Okay, there we go. And now let's go to sleep. Then I'm gonna have to stop the recording. Let's go to bed. Auto-select that. And go for a full rest. Is anything gonna happen? Looks normal, I think. Yeah, that's the normal animation. Okay. So a new day has begun. Let me quickly take a look at the journal about the... I mean, that's the thing we want to do right now. Where was the quest about Minsc and Underduke? We found a note on the doppelganger who was manipulating Minsc. The Centaurim have taken the cult's coin to stage a coup on the Nine Fingers and her guild. The guildmaster will want to know. We saw the Stone Lord meeting with the Centaurim. The cult are paying the Centaurim for some service at the guild hall. We should find out what. Okay, that's another thing we should do now. Like, we have plenty of stuff to do. I've heard from people that apparently this game is said to kind of fizzle out at Act 3. But to be honest, if anything, there's a huge amount of stuff to do. Like, I don't know, maybe they dropped just a lot of quests or something, because we still have so much to do, and I'm planning to do all that before we end the game, or at least I haven't looked at all of it, maybe not the free Orpheus part, because I don't want anyone to become a mind flayer, but other than that, we still have a lot ahead of us, but that will have to wait until the next recording. Thank you very much for watching though, and goodbye.